Good morning. We are going to start off today in constructive rest. So that means to come down onto your back, bring your feet as wide as your mat and let your knees come in together. If you'd like to have a blanket under your head as a pillow, go ahead and set that up as well. And then rest your left hand on your heart, your right hand on your belly. Close your eyes. Notice the way your breath is moving your body. Areas where you feel expansion, areas where you feel contraction. Maybe even taking note of what part of the breath you feel these sensations in. So for this morning's intention, I invite you to just notice the way your body moves with your breath. Notice the shape of your belly, your chest, your ribs. Notice the way your air moves in and out of your nose or your mouth. So instead of taking control of your breath today, I invite you to just notice, to become more aware of what's happening. With your next inhale, stretch your arms overhead, reach your fingertips away from your armpits, and wiggle your fingers. And then bring your elbows to 90 degrees, coming into cactus arms. So your elbows are in line with your shoulders, the backs of your hands rest on the floor, middle fingers pointing behind you. Let's start to bring a little movement to your lower back, your hips, ankles, and knees. Inhale here, exhale, allow your knees to fall over to the right. Inhale, back to center, and exhale to the left. Inhale to center, exhale to the right, and go back and forth with your breath, allowing the breath to happen first, just naturally, and your movement coordinates with your breath. Take one more to the right, one more to the left, and then come on back to center. Allow your knees to come together, walk your feet towards each other, hug your knees towards your chest. Bring your nose up towards your knees and start rocking forward and backwards. If you'd like, you can hold on to the backs of your legs and extend your legs to get momentum. And make your way upright and stretch your legs out long. So from here, you're going to bend your right knee, bring the sole of your right foot into your left thigh. Square up towards your left leg. Inhale to sit tall. Exhale, sit a little heavier through your sits bones. This inhale, reach your arms overhead. And exhale, lean over your left leg. Release your arms down. Keep walking them away as far as they want to go. And then check out what's happening with your left leg here. Make sure your foot is flexed, so your toes are reaching towards your knee. And there is at least a gentle bend in your knee. You don't want your joints to lock out. If you have a tight hamstring or your low back is a little wonky today, it may feel better to create more of a bend in this knee. Another inhale stretches your spine long. Another exhale relaxes your forehead closer to your shin. With your next inhale, walk your hands towards your body, lift your torso upright, and let's switch top. Go to the other side. Stretch your right leg out, left foot comes in, square up towards your right leg. Inhale to sit tall. Exhale to sit heavy. Inhale here, lift your arms overhead, then exhale, melt forward over that right leg. Release your arms down, walk them away. And check out what's going on with your right leg here. Flex your toes. Make sure your knee has at least a micro bend. And then inhale, walk your hands back towards your body, come upright, and stretch both legs out. This time bring your feet either so they're touching or a little space in between. Move the flesh from under your seat so your sits bones are really grounded into your mat. Inhale, sit tall, stretch your arms overhead. Exhale, melt forward over both legs this time. Release your hands down. Allow your back to gently round, but don't crunch into your fold. So make sure there's space between your chin and your chest. Use your inhales to lengthen your spine, so draw your chest away from your navel. We'll take a few moments here, so check in with that breath again. Notice, where do you feel your breath with this compression in your belly? Do you feel expansion and contraction somewhere else? Do you feel that your breath is moving more or less freely? Just notice the qualities of each inhale and each exhale. It's okay to compare them to other positions that you had your body in, but don't place any judgments. Don't consider any of them good, bad, better, worse. Don't try to figure out what to do about them. Just use this time to observe. With your next inhale, walk your hands back towards your body, lift upright. And this time we're going to open up through the chest. So walk your hands behind you, fingertips point forward. You can keep your legs long or you can bend your knees. Inhale, reach your heart up towards the ceiling, tuck your chin, and then slowly let your head roll back. So push through your hands so you're not sinking into your shoulders. See if you can draw your shoulders away from each other just a little bit more. Find a little bit more openness through your chest and your collarbone area. Notice your breath here, where you have this openness through your throat, through your chest, through your belly. The entire front side of your torso is exposed, but you're still safe here. One more breath in. Exhale, bring your chin back to your chest. Slowly come upright and bring your spine and neck back to neutral. Inhale here and exhale here. Good. So from here, let's roll over into the tabletop. We'll take a few rounds of sassy cat today. So starting from your neutral tabletop, knees are under hips. Palms are under shoulders, middle fingers point forward. Take an inhale in neutral. Exhale, bring your right hip and shoulder towards each other. So stretching out, making the left side of your body a little bit longer. Notice how your breath is here, where half of your torso is compressed, half of it is expanded. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, left hip and shoulder come together. Take note of the sensations that are created or eliminated in this side. And then moving with your breath, inhale to center, exhale over to the right. Inhale to center and exhale to the left. And then go 2 more times, follow your own breath, allow your breath to be your rhythm. Inhaling back to center. You're going to cross your ankles, walk your hands towards your body, and roll back onto your seat. Good. So let's bring that right foot in first, left foot in front. Interlace your fingers and turn your palms away from you. Press your hands away. Keep your spine neutral. So notice if you're starting to curve your spine, if you're starting to lean forward a little bit here. Using an inhale, stretch those arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, release your fingers, reach both arms up, turn your palms towards each other. See if you can even rotate your pinkies towards each other. Rotate those shoulders, drop the shoulder away from your ears. Exhale, melt forward, lean over your lap, release your hands down, let your back round gently. Inhale, walk your hands towards your body, lift your torso upright, and exhale, let's swap those feet around. So left foot comes in first, followed by the right. And this time you're gonna bring your hands behind you and interlace your fingers. Flip your palms away from you. So your palms are facing down towards the floor. Notice if you're starting to press your chest out, come to a neutral spine. And see if you can lift your arms up a little bit. If connecting your hands behind your back isn't really accessible for you today, you can hold on to a strap here or a belt. Take another inhale, exhale, bow forward. Keep lifting those hands up towards the ceiling. With an exhale, release your hands down. Let your arms just fall beside you. Maybe your arms rest on your legs. Maybe they come down to the mat. Allow space to create itself between your shoulder blades. Using an inhale, slowly lift your torso back upright. And exhale, relax. Go ahead and stretch your legs out. You're going to point and flex your feet. You're going to draw circles with your toes. And then change direction. And come back to stillness. From here, you're going to bend into your left leg. You're going to take a big hop over if that's accessible. If not, that's fine. Inhale to sit tall. Oh, everybody say hi to Atlas. Inhale to sit tall. Exhale, you're going to turn to the left. So you're going to hug this right arm around your thigh. Bring your left hand to the floor behind you. Now notice if this left shoulder is lifted up, square your shoulders so they're even. With an inhale, reach the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. With an exhale, feel your sits bones melt into the mat beneath you. With your inhale, gently untwist. Take a brief counter twist and come back. And let's go to the other side. You're going to bend your right knee. Step your right foot over your leg. If you did that on the other side, give it a shot on this side. Inhale to sit tall and exhale, turn to your right this time, hugging your thigh with your left arm. Right hand comes behind you. Square up those shoulders, make them even. Inhale to sit tall. Exhale, land heavily through your seat. With your next inhale, gently untwist. You're going to uncross your legs, stretch it out, and bring the soles of your feet together. Now for this version, I invite you to create some space between your body and your heels. Rather than drawing them in as close as they can possibly go, that may be what you tend to do. But for this variation, I want you to have some space. So if you can, about 12 to 18 inches. You're going to inhale to sit tall and exhale, lean forward, let your back round. So by allowing yourself this distance between your heels and your body, you change the active areas of your body, you change where you can feel sensations. So in this version, you're looking for more of a stretch in your back, especially in the low and mid back. With your next inhale, slowly come back up and bring your knees together. You're going to scoot forward onto your mat and come back down onto your back. Similar to where we started from, but this time you're going to bring your feet together and your knees wide. So that same shape you just had with your lower body when you were seated. But this time, try scooting your heels as close to your body as they're comfortable. And notice where you feel sensation here. Notice where you can feel your breath moving. Notice the way your breath moves through your body. Areas where it moves more freely. Areas where it may feel a little more constricted. And then bring the soles of your feet back to the mat. Bring your knees together. You can use your hands to help create this movement. We'll take just a couple more stretches in this morning quickie. So inhale, stretch your left foot up towards the ceiling. Exhale, cross your ankle over your right thigh. So you don't want your foot pressing into your thigh. You want it hanging over. And then reach your left knee away from your shoulder. So feel this opening through your left hip. You can stay right where you are, or you can start to lift your foot up off the mat, reach your left hand through this triangle and hold on to the back of your right thigh. With your next exhale, release your foot down. Then keeping this shape in your legs, open your arms out to that cactus arms, those goalpost arms we did in the beginning. Inhale. Exhale, bring the sole of your left foot down to the floor on your right. So coming into a twist. With your next inhale, come back to center, stretch that left leg up, press through your heel, and bend your knee, bring your foot down to the mat. Going to the other side, inhale, stretch your right foot up, exhale, cross your ankle over your thigh, and move that right knee away from your shoulder, opening up through the right hip this time. Option to stay put, stay comfy, cozy, right where you are, or start to lift your left foot up off the mat. Thread your hand through that triangle, hold on to the back of your left thigh. If you have your foot lifted, go ahead and release it down to the mat. Open your arm to cactus arms. Take a breath in here and exhale. The sole of your right foot finds its way towards the floor on the left side of your body. So twisting in the opposite direction this time. With your next inhale, bring your knees back to center, uncross your legs, stretch that right leg up, exhale, lower it down. Hug both knees towards your chest, rest your hands gently on your knees, and draw circles. Doesn't matter which direction you go, we're going to swap it up in just a moment. And change direction. Give yourself a nice little release of the low back. Sometimes you get a little massage here, especially as your knees are further away and you rock them from side to side. Then find your way back to center. Extend your legs out long. Let your feet fall away from each other. Rest the backs of your hands on the floor. Nuzzle your shoulder blades closer to each other. Coming into Shavasana, your final relaxation. Take note of your breath once again. Noticing the different sensations as it enters and leaves your body. Noticing the rush of air coming in, the coolness of this air as it brushes through your nostrils. Maybe there's a gentle whistling noise or whooshing noise. Notice this air as it brushes through your throat, making its way down into your lungs. Notice the way that your breath moves your torso or any other areas of your body. Although our breath is not actually going further than our lungs, it feels like it is. Our breath controls our energy. So with each inhale, we take in this fresh air that we need to breathe, to live, but we also take in a vital energy, a healing energy. We call this prana. And then notice the sensations as you release. As you let go. As this air and energy leaves your lungs, rushes back through your throat, out through your nose. Maybe it's a little warmer than it was on its way in. Maybe the sound is a little different. Maybe you feel like you're letting go of something you don't need anymore. Maybe it's something you were holding on to that didn't really have a purpose for you. Or maybe you're offering out something that you have abundance of, like love, hope, compassion. So letting go isn't always about releasing something negative. It can be letting something positive out into the world, into the universe. Bring your awareness back to your physical body. Start to wiggle your toes, fingers, ankles, wrists. Take a full body stretch here. Point your toes, reach your arms overhead. And exhale, draw your knees in towards your belly. Curl up into a fetal position in either direction. Take a moment here, drawing your knees towards your chest. Allow your back to round. If you don't have a pillow, use your arm as one. And then press yourself upright. Come to a comfortable seat. And then inhale, bring your hands together at your heart. Your thumbs rest on your anahata, your heart chakra. Inhale to lift the corners of your mouth and smile. Thank yourselves for coming out this morning and spending a little extra time, energy, and love on you. Namaste.